welcome to another episode of Highworlds. Woo! I'm really low on hunger. Okay, no longer low on hunger. Anyway, welcome back to Highworlds. Last several episodes, we have been working on this ginormous project known as Megabase. Not just any Megabase, my Megabase of the season. This has been a daunting task. And you guys are seeing these not crunched up together. I am recording these all crunched up together. I would not recommend that. At all. It's a horrible idea. And putting myself through a great amount of pain doing this. Will I ever do this again? Yeah, honestly, probably. Being that, well, I know how I do. And I know what I do. And, well, sometimes I just can't help it. But, yeah. So far, we've built the dock, along with 1,000,000 boats. And, then we built this tower. And we have been working on this for the last several episodes now. And it is the actual mega base. And, well, just keeps getting bigger. And it will keep getting bigger. Well, it's not really going to keep growing that way, that way, that way, or that way. It's going to keep going up. But today, instead of going upwards, we are going downwards. No, I'm not making another basement. This one already looks bad as it is. I'm not making another. So, well, as I said, this one looks bad. Well, today, we will fix that. It will not look this bad by the end of today. No, I can't say the same for this side. Yeah, this side's still gonna look like Bob went off. But we don't need to look at this side. Ever again. Nope. Yep. Anywho. But I need to finish this. This is the one part that I put off down here, being that, well, digging out this entire area, plus building this, took about 3.5 hours when I did it. So I'm not doing that again. Well, more so I didn't want to continue that night. Well, I can continue now. Well, I kind of have no choice. So I'm going to continue. Which doesn't just leave that side. Also leaves this side, which is the side that is worse. A lot worse. It's got a hole. But for this project today, we need a bunch of pale oak. Now, I do have a decent amount of pale oak at the jungle base. I'm just making sure I bet on me. I do. I have a decent amount of it at the jungle base, but to get, well, that here, I'm gonna need a shulker box. And, yeah, that's not gonna do it. This might cut it. I'm gonna take this one and go to the jungle base and grab a bunch of pale oak. Being that this today requires a lot of it. Being that I made the entire wall on both sides where the chests are out of pale oak. So I need a lot of it. And honestly, the shulker box might not be enough of it. But it's pretty much just actually stripped pale oak. There's very little like pale oak stairs and planks and all that. But there's still some, but not a lot. But well, just need to go through this tunnel to the wood storage building and grab well, pretty much fill this the rest of the way with it. as I feel like that would be a good idea. That we are gonna need a decent amount of it today. And I do have a lot of it. Okay, well, on that note, I will fill this shulker box that I'm now standing on to the brim with pale oak now. And, well, I will be back after I've done that. I also need darker. I just thought of that. I have darker. That should be enough. If not, I will grab another shulker box and come back. But, yeah. I will be back. Well, that was very fast. I did that extremely fast. This is now very much full. But now that I've done that, let's head back down south. As I might need to kind of run through the plan a little bit for today, just slightly. Oh, I need a bed out. I need a bed. Bed. All right, sleep in the tunnel. There we go. Okay. So, back onward to the southern base. Hi, Mr. Ocelot. Okay. I totally didn't smack my face into stone there. Totally not. Okay. Southern base. Okay. So, it's time to get to work for today. But before I get to work, I do want to talk you guys through what I am planning, or what the plan is for this area, as it's a bit different. As, well, it will also be quite bright. Like, this torch and that torch on that side are staying. All the ones that are spammed on the ground, yeah, those are going away. There's gonna be a bunch of, copper bulbs in this, and, well, you can probably guess how I'm gonna do those. I can promise you, the roof is not gonna look like this. It's gonna look a lot better. Essentially, I'm gonna be restoring this area. Up, down. Thank you. But, on this side, it's gonna be a lot bigger of a process as well. There's a missing wall, but essentially I'm copying the other end to that side. But, there's one major change on that side that's not being done on this side. And that is a giant wall of pale oak. And you will understand that when you see it at the end. And that will probably end up being the side that every redstone, all the redstoners on the server end up going to, so they don't see my failed redstone. You'll get the point of that in a little bit. Anywho, on that though, actually, I don't really have much in the way of things to do in this episode. Kind of like most of the episodes right now. I'm getting ready to close out my season, and well, the only things I pretty much have left is, well, building. So, well, I have other things that I want to get done, but I have no idea where the items are, because they're all stuffed in a shulker box and a barrel. Should I go looking? Yeah, probably. Will I? Yeah, probably after this episode. And then we will do something kind of silly at the beginning of the next episode. But, on that, though, I think I'm not gonna keep you all waiting. I think it's time we hit a little time lapse. Don't you think? let's build a bit. Let's finish this basement, shall we? Okay, so it's done. I did it. Both sides are done. I really like how this turned out. Honestly, I think the basement part, not including the stuff behind, is one of the nicest looking parts of this entire base. Okay. But, yeah. I really like how this turned out. I love it. I think it's amazing. I think I may have gone, just thought, I may have gone overboard on the lights. That's a thought. Let me know. Do you think I went overboard? Or is this just right? I think I went a little overboard. But, then comes the other side. Now, if you remember, at the beginning of this, I said that side would be the side anyone that doesn't care to see messed up redstone will go on that side. Anyone that doesn't want to see that, well, they can come to this side. You can't tell there was any redstone ever over here. Ever. It's a giant wall. Yeah, pretty much. I was debating putting signs on this, but I was like, I know what the people on the server are like. I don't want that. Not here. For do that anywhere, it'd be, well, somewhere they'd never find. This is pretty central. Well, I might do it here, like these two middle sections. Might do it there. I don't know. I'll still float that and maybe do it in between this one and the next one. But also, whilst I was doing this, I had a slight annoyance. Oh, sorry. A little bit of help. As B came over and was, well, mostly just standing right here. But that helped a little bit, but also annoyed a little bit. But hey, help is help. We don't need this down here anymore. Also, I just randomly stuffed things in chests. Will I ever find all that stuff? Yeah, probably not. The chest is down. Yeah, that's probably gonna be where it all stays. So, that's out of the way. We're done in the lower part. I would class that as a win. But on that note, though, guys, I am gonna call it a day for today. I want to thank you all for watching. It's been a blast. And if this is the first time you're catching me, feel free to hit that follow button. Or, well, subscribe button. Same thing. And or like the video. Well, do that too. Like the video, subscribe, share it with people, I guess. And well, I will catch you all in the next one. Goodbye, everyone.